Hey everyone! Have you ever thought to yourself, is all debt bad? Because let's face it, you're statistically likely to own at least one credit card, if not four, which is what the average American has. Well, spoiler alert, not all debt is bad. And today we're going to talk about good debt versus bad debt. My name is Josh, and this is another On a Tangent series video. Let's start with what we're all most familiar with. Bad debt. I'll cover four main forms of bad debt, the first being auto loans. Typically seen as bad debt because the car loses value as soon as you drive it off the lot. The more mileage, owners, and service history a car has, the more it loses value. If possible, purchase a good quality used car like a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic and avoid auto loans altogether. This way, you'll save an extra $200 to $500 a month in auto loan payments that you could be saving or investing. Number 2, payday loans. These loan types are sometimes taken on in times of desperation for those with bad credit. They typically require repayment within weeks or your next payday. They're considered one of the most toxic forms of debt. The interest rates on payday loans can be astronomical. We're talking 300+%. A better alternative in a situation like this would be to search for a personal loan with a longer-term payment schedule with much lower interest. Number 3, personal loans. These types of loans can vary between good and bad depending on what you use it for. If these types of loans are used for discretionary purchases like a vacation or extra clothes, then it's seen as bad debt. I'll cover this again under good debt as well. Number 4, credit cards. Credit cards play a dangerous role financially and potentially psychologically for the person that holds it. They can make overspending very easy. Studies have shown that some people experience the release of dopamine in the brain, the feel-good hormone, when they're making a purchase. You may not have the money now to purchase something, and using borrowed money can provide that instant gratification. If left unchecked, this can very easily turn into more debt than you can afford to get yourself out of. And that's a dangerous game. Before making any kind of purchase that isn't a necessity, stop, drop, and roll. No, wait, that's the wrong. Stop and give yourself 24 hours before making the purchase. It's more than likely that by that time, the feeling to make that purchase will have subsided, and you will have prevented yourself from spending money you didn't have in the first place. Credit card rewards programs give the card holders an extra incentive to spend. But bear in mind that unless you pay your balance in full every month, the interest charges may more than offset the value of your rewards. Using credit cards is one of the best ways to build a good credit score, but when you do, start small and spend on things you actually need, and don't spend beyond your means. Be sure to pay off your balance every month so that you're not having to spend more money on interest. Good debt. I'll cover four main forms of good debt, the first being student loan debt. This is seen as an investment in your future because those that graduate from colleges or technical schools have a greater potential for qualifying for higher paying jobs. Student loans typically have lower interest rates, especially if they're federal student loans. The interest on this type of debt is tax deductible. There are usually a variety of repayment options as well. Number 2, revisiting personal loans. Taking on a personal loan to consolidate multiple high-interest credit card payments into one lower interest payment can be a great way to take on your debt and work towards quickly converting that debt into potential savings or investments. You need to stay disciplined in making your monthly payments and avoid spending on the credit cards you were using in the first place. If these types of loans are used for an alternative to a business loan, where you might have been denied a business loan but qualified for a personal loan, then this can be considered good debt. This leads me right into number 3, small business loan debt. Taking on a loan to start a small business is risky, but is still seen as good debt. Your chances of success are highest when you're passionate, knowledgeable, and willing to work hard to improve your business and your business's financials. As your business succeeds, The debts will get repaid over time. It could potentially turn into one of your most valuable assets. Number 4, mortgage loans and real estate investments. Mortgages are loans used to purchase a home or real estate. The interest on mortgage loans are tax deductible for qualified homes. They're considered one of the safest forms of debt because they tend to have lower interest rates and help the buyer build equity. Equity is important for a variety of reasons. It's the biggest asset most Americans have. Almost 2/3 of Americans have equity in a home, with the median value of that equity coming in at $150,000 according to the US Census Bureau. Over the long term, real estate tends to increase in value. Since 1991, home prices have risen an average of 290%, or an average of 4.6% annually, according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency. As with any investment though, past performance is no guarantee of future success, and a home has the potential to decrease in value even below the amount you owe on a mortgage. If you need or choose to, you can borrow against the equity you've built in the form of a home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Check out my link in the description for 10 uses for a home equity loan. Be sure to do your research before signing anything, especially for something like a mortgage, which can have a lot of variables. If you're in the market, take a look at the article, How to Pick a Mortgage, 5 Considerations, linked in the description below. That does it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider liking and subscribing. It'll help push out this content for others to discover. And I appreciate you being here, and until next time, peace out.